Right, I had a viewer, initials FE, sent me a screenshot of a nonogram that he was stuck on and wanted to know. He wrote, "All right, could you give me a clue to finish this one?" So he put it in there a couple months ago. I don't check my email very often, but anyway, I got to it yesterday and I thought I'd show it to you. The first thing I did when I looked at what he had solved, rather than try to check all of his work, and I know I'm not very high tech, I just drew out a blank sheet and solved the puzzle to make sure that I could solve it and to make sure there weren't any problems in there. I'll show you how I did it. But first, when I look at this puzzle, I see a logical problem right up here. It looks like everything you did is really good. You got really far. The only spot where I see an obvious thing that you probably should have been able to figure out is in this area. If you look, we have 3 ones that need to be in this space, and this space. It goes 1, 1. Well, there's the 1. One of these two has to be filled in. 2, 1, 1, 2, 1. One of these two has to be filled in. And 2, 1, 1, 1. There's 2, 1, 1. One of these two has to be filled in. Now, it's not just any possible pattern that could be here, because when you look up here at the top, this is a 1 on the top. That means that in this area, there can only be 1. You can't have the 2 at all. You can't have 1 space 2, because in 3 spaces it won't fit. So we either have the 1 up here, or we have the 1 down here. But we do know that we could have a 1 here, but we cannot have a 1 in the second row. The reason the 1 can't be in the second row is if you fill this square in, then you would have to fill in this square here, but this is a 9, so this either goes all the way up, or it goes all the way up to here, or it goes all the way up to here. So let me show you what I understand about this. I know that we could have this square filled in. We don't know if we do or not, but we know that this square right here and this square right here, these have to be filled in, because if you filled in a square here, you'd be required to put 1 up here and you wouldn't have 9 in a row. So I'll go ahead and fill those in. That was an obvious thing that FE didn't see. I'll put the X here and an X there. Now, when I look at this puzzle, there may be a way to logically figure out what to put down here, but right off the bat, I noticed that this far right column has 1 and 2. There's the 1. That means the 2 either goes in these two, or the 2 goes in these two. Now, I don't see a really quick and easy way to figure this out, because here we have 3. 3 can fit anywhere down here. 2 can fit, there's a lot of room for it. 3 can fit in here. So rather than go and, I could have spent an hour trying to figure it out, but I can see that I either need the 2 here or I need the 2 here. So what I need to do is I can just guess one of those, and if it's wrong, start over and do the other one. So I printed this out off the computer. Now I'm going to tell you that I already did this, and you can guess. I guessed the wrong guess, and then I guessed the right guess. Now I'm going to show you real quickly. I'm going to guess the wrong guess, and then I will show you why I know it's wrong, and then I'll do the right guess. So I'm going to guess that these are the 2. They're not, by the way. I know they're not. The right answer is up here. I'll show you how I know that. I'm going to guess that this is the answer. So if I fill these 2 in, I'm going to get a logical inconsistency where it doesn't work. If I fill those 2 in, that would tell me that these 2 have to be X's Okay, and now this says 1, 1, 3. Well, if that's a 3, it starts there. So I have to put in 1, 2, 3. This is a 2, 1, 2. So now I've got some x's to put in. X, X. All right, now, when I look at this, this says 1, 2. There's my 1, there's my 2. This says 1 and 2. Well, there's 2 down there. If that's 2, I have to put an X over the top of it. This says 9 and 2. Well, if you look down here, there's 1. It can't be 1, it would need to be 2, but it can't be 2 because of this X that I already put there. So that tells me that this was wrong. That's wrong. And now I will put in a fresh sheet and I will do the other guess and show you that it's correct. So, all right, here's a new sheet. As I already explained, these two have to be filled in. I'm not going to explain, if you have to go back if you want to hear why those two have to be filled in. So I've got those two filled in, and I'll put in my X's here. And now, I told you that I made the wrong guess. Now I'm going to make the correct guess. And the correct guess is to fill these two in. And I only know it's correct because I already tried these two and it didn't work. So I'll fill in this square and this square. And now I have some X's to put in, so let's go ahead and do that. This was supposed to be 1 and 2. There's the 1, there's the 2. That means this is X, X. And across this way, this was supposed to be 5, 1, 1. There's 5, 1, 1. So that means that's an X, that's an X, that's an X, that's an X. This was supposed to be 4, 1, 1, 2, 4, 1, 1, 2. That means this has to be filled in. And if that's there, this has to be an X. And now I'll go ahead and look down from the top. I'm supposed to have 1 and 2. Well, I don't know if a 1 is there, or if a 1 is there, or if that's the 1. I can't do anything with that. So let's just keep going here. I see there's an X here. That tells me that's a 9. I have to count up 9 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That tells me this has to be a square, and this has to be an X. So I'll fill in this square. And now I've got my 9 and my 2. There's the 9. 2 is going to be somewhere down here. There's not enough room to know what it's supposed to be. This is a 5. If I look down here, well, a 5 can't fit right there, so I'll put an X. And then I have 1, 2, 3. I'm going to have 4, 5. I'll fill those in. All right, and now I can keep on going. I see this was supposed to be 4, 1, 1, 2, 4, 1, 1, 2. That means these have to be X's. All right. This was supposed to be 1 and 2. We don't know yet, but if we look across here, 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2. That means this has to be filled in. All right, now when I look at the top, I see it says 1, 2. Here's my 1, here's my 2. So that means that has to be filled in. And then, if that's a 2, everything below it has to be an X. So there's an X, there's an X, There's an X. And now, going across this way, across the bottom, I'm supposed to have 1, 1, 3. 1, 1, 3. This is supposed to be 3. Well, if I count from here, 1, 2, 3, I know that has to be filled in. 1, 2, 3. So I'll fill it in. And now if I come down here, this is supposed to be 3 in a row. 1, 2, 3. Those have to be filled in, and the one above it has to be an X. So I'll fill these two in. All right. Now, let's look and see what we have. I'll just go across here. 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 3. This has to be 3 in a row. 3 can't fit right here, so I'll put an X. And I'll make that 1, 2, 3. So there's my 3 in a row. This one is supposed to be 9 and 2. Well, there's 9 and 1, 2. So I will put a box here. And then if that's the 2, everything below it has to be X's. And now, I believe that all we have left are these squares, so let's see what we have here. 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 3. Easy enough. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. So that's going to be an X. And this was supposed to be 1, or 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3. So this is an X. So there you go. This is correct. And the way that I solved it, the spot where you didn't get anything easy, again, were these two right up here. I caught those two and I saw that there was an easy 50-50 chance, and I picked one, and I either guessed right the first time and then I know it was done, or if I guessed wrong the first time, I would just go back and fix it. But this is the correct solution. Thank you to FE for sending this in. It was fun to solve, and I hope this helps anybody that's having a hard time on Nonogram. This was a 15-15 puzzle, pretty hard, and he did a real good job right up till that point. Hope this helps. Anyway, thanks for watching.